the Mitakon 50mm f/0.95. This is the type of lens you either love or hate. Personally, I love it. Let me show you why. The depth of field and bokeh of this lens is simply amazing. This is naturally due to the crazy huge aperture. But what does this even mean? Here's a quick explanation.
The aperture, or f number, indicates how much light the lens lets in your camera. The smaller the number, the bigger the opening in the lens. Here I start at f16 and go all the way up to f/0.95. As you can see, the opening in the lens becomes bigger. This obviously gives you a brighter image. But what it also creates is more depth of field. This enables you to focus on one thing while everything else becomes blurry. This can create some really beautiful images and is often associated with a professional film look.
And that's indeed what's so exceptional about this lens. Most fast primes only goes to 1.4 and a few big and expensive ones goes to 1.2. And to be honest, in most cases, this is more than enough. But this Mitakon goes way beyond that and creates some truly dreamy, creamy images unlike any other lens I've ever tried.
So, what else do I love? Well, one of the first things I noticed is the great build quality. You can really feel the weight of all that glass and metal. The aperture control is stepless, which is an advantage when filming. The focus ring is also really tight and smooth, which really helps with the manual focus, especially at 0.95. And actually, I didn't find it that hard to focus wide open. I guess I'm used to focus manually when filming, and with the Sony you can also zoom in and use focus peaking to help you. And at last, I really like that it's an FE-mount, so you can attach it directly to your full-frame Sony.
So why would anyone not like this? Well, is it razor sharp wide open? No. There's also vignetting, less contrast, and you risk some pretty awful chromatic aberration when you shoot wide open.
Also, there's no autofocus, and you have to adjust the aperture manually.
Also, it's pretty expensive. $850 for a single lens is a pretty steep price. But then again, considering how unique this is, I actually don't think it's that bad. And if you compare it to the classic Leica 50mm f/0.95, which cost over $9,000, this seems almost cheap in comparison. And if you want more sharpness, you can always just stop it down. But then there would be no point of buying this lens. So in other words, it's not exactly technically perfect. But that's not why you buy a lens like this. This is the type of lens that's loads of fun. This is the type of lens that makes you want to go outside and take pictures. This is the type of lens that makes art. That's why I love it and highly recommend it. As a final bonus, I've made a short test film shot entirely at f/0.95.